So tonight, yes, we can cover a lot of strategies. I'll share a little bit about tonight how I went and learned some information. I was able to apply some what I consider fairly new financial strategies many people are not aware of by changing my thinking, and to go from a position of being $150,000 in debt, and a little bit over 5 years ago it was now, and a little over 3 years after that I was able to turn my financial situation around completely to where I become a self-made millionaire at a very young age in this country. And I don't say that to impress you, but to impress upon you that if some young kid that grew up on a farm can learn something and figure out how to do that, then my belief is that other people can produce much better financial results than what they're doing already. Does that make sense? And tonight, I guess, is to share with you some of those strategies. But I really want to challenge you. Let me ask you a question. Who wants to get a lot out of tonight? Raise your hand if you want to get a lot out of tonight. Okay? Because we could just sit here and share some interesting information, and some of you may do something, some of you may not. Okay? But my role as an educator is to get people to take action if you wish to do that. And there's no point just sharing information if it's not used. So I guess I want to challenge you tonight to consider this. If you could learn at least one idea tonight that would make a difference to your bank account, if that's what you're interested in. Just one idea. Would it be worth it? Yes or no? Yeah. But what if you could learn several ideas, or at least enough strategies tonight that if you're committed to taking action with those things, even though that may mean you may have to face your fears, your limitations, maybe things that are holding you back right now, you may have to change your thinking, you may have to consider expanding your mindset, your thinking, etc. But would it be worth the effort, even if you had to study the notes that we go over tonight, review it every single day for the next week? If you had to take that level of commitment to ensuring you apply this stuff, if that could set you up, just one or two ideas could set you up financially for the rest of your life, would it be worth putting everything into it for the next few hours to understand this? Yes or no? I believe most people it would be, because many people just often are not committed enough. And I can give you as much as I can tonight, but it's a two-way street. Is that fair enough? So some of the things I want to share with you, for instance, I've been able to help many people by understanding these strategies, like how to replace their income, many people in 90 to 180 days after attending an event like that. Now, is there anyone in the room that would like to be able to replace their income in the next 90 to 180 days? Okay. Other people have done it. Can you do that? Well, I believe you could, but there's a big if. And the if is really up to you, whether you're willing to do certain things. Is that fair enough? Now, some people's obviously going to take longer than that, but we're going to look at different strategies. For instance, we're going to look at some exciting strategies around the share market. Who in the room has some shares? Raise your hand if you have some shares. Okay, a few people. Obviously, many people have never touched shares or maybe never invested before, which is fair enough. I guarantee you the time you leave tonight, you'll definitely want to have some shares. Okay, I used to not like shares until I realized and learned some strategies that can make significant cash flow with low to medium risk without needing to work for that money, and I soon took a liking to shares. Okay, and so we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about a concept of renting out shares. And most people think renting out shares. I thought you could rent out property, Jamie, but how can you rent out shares? It can't be done. Well, let's look at, most people don't know the things that can be done. We'll look at a strategy where you can generate, I believe, at least an extra $4,000 to $5,000 a month in a reasonably short period of time, working less than 5 minutes a month. Is that of interest to anyone tonight? Okay, just move on to that topic, Jamie. We'll also look at property. Who's already owns a property or lives in a property? Okay, that should take care of most of us. And so look at how to get some tax-free money legally. So any ATO double agents in the room tonight, yes, any strategies we look at tonight will definitely be legal. Okay, and yes, you can get tax-free money from investments and quite legally here in Australia and things like that. We'll look at things like that, different strategies. So a lot we're going to go through, but also want to help you understand that what I call the mindset of a millionaire. In other words, if you think about it, people that are incredibly wealthy, do you think they may think differently to someone that's on the dole? What do you think? Yeah, dramatically, a big difference. And that's what I realised. My thinking's changed a lot in the last 5 years. And I think differently to most people. But I also produce very different results to most people as well. So we want to look at some of those things tonight. So here's what I challenge you to do. If you want to get the most out of tonight, it's up to you. I'm going to give you 110%. So you leave here tonight saying, thank God I come. I really appreciate this. I've got a lot of stuff and I can start taking action tomorrow. A lot of things you can put into action straight away.